Hello, everybody. Just finished tonight's show. Tonight we worked on the safeties in this draft. We didn't really talk about, but listen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 safeties because the rest of them they're not going to start over Xavier Woods and haha and all that kind of stuff. There would just be depth players and special teams players. But there's a few here that could bolster our defense. So I'm going to go down my list here of the number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and then the last few I'm just going to talk about them not really in order. But the number 1 safety in this draft by far is Isaiah Simmons. Come on, man. I mean, who wouldn't put that 6'4" dude with that type of speed at strong safety? Because then you can let him do anything. He can X out the tight end. He can tackle the running back. He can make sure the running back gets nothing in screens. He can rush the quarterback. He can play ball hawk. He can do everything that you want him to do. He can be another linebacker right there. He can do everything you want at the strong safety position, and that's the second best player in the draft. Chase Young. That's the second best player in the draft, and I don't see who wouldn't do that. So hopefully the Giants don't think like me and get an offensive line like they think they need. You know what I'm saying? Come on, New York Giants. You got a quarterback that can't hold on to the ball. He does like this every time people come. He goes, oh, I might get sacked. So you need offensive linemen. Stay away from my Clemson guys. Stay away from my Clemson guys, New York. Sorry, how many? Look at New York's roster and see how many Clemson guys are on there. They annoy me with that. All right, can you imagine? I went through Brian Dawkins' entire career, loving Brian Dawkins, but had to damn deal with him being an Eagle. Still love Doc. All right. After Isaiah Simmons, who we can't get, somebody I think we can get. Now, I've been poo-pooing on Grant Delpit because, of course, he's LSU, and I hate all LSU players at this point. But I've been poo-pooing all over Grant Delpit, but because logic says no. Logic says we just signed HaHa Clint Dix. HaHa Clint Dix is a free safety. Delpit is a free safety. They're not going to play anything else but free safety. So you got those two players playing the same position. What are you going to do? You know, neither one you can put down in the box and have any real success. So that's what I was saying. But I'm telling you straight up, in Madden, when I'm drafting in Madden, that's the guy I'm drafting before a lot of people, man. You better be a 6'something, 98 speed wide receiver, something like that before this a 6'3", 203 pound safety. And you can see the special when you look at his highlights. You can see the special all over Grant Delpit. So look, man, look. Delpit at free safety, Woods at strong safety, HaHa coming off the bench, or those three mixing together. I can dig it. They'll make sure it works out just because Delpit is a special talent. He's not just your regular football player. He knows what he's doing out there. He has a special instincts for the position that other people just don't have. So I'm with that one. Okay, next after Delpit, we have Xavier McKinney. Now, Xavier McKinney is the box safety. He's 6 foot, he's 201, and he fits exactly what we need. He's not overly special, though. I tell you what he's like. He's like Travis Frederick when we drafted Travis Frederick. If you draft Xavier McKinney, you'll have a player in that position, like center, strong safety, and we won't have to worry about that position anymore until he leaves the organization. That's the solidity of that pick of Xavier McKinney. You can't go back, and I think this is like the floor. Xavier McKinney is like the floor of number 17. Like if you get a player with less talent than Xavier McKinney, then you've reached at number 17. So I would not hate on that pick at all. That would be a solid pick. That would be a pick where we can go to sleep and then we can wake up the next day and get juiced up about it. So Xavier McKinney at 17, that's good. So these two, Delpit at 17 is a real possibility now. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you, Chasen is not a possibility. Chasen's going to be gone. Chasen's going to. We just signed a pass rusher that hadn't played football in 4 years. That's how important pass rushers are to the NFL. That's how, the elite pass rushers, the ones that can get to the quarterback. And the reason why, when I was looking at Chasen's profile, it says the guy he's most like in the NFL is Aldon Smith. And I was like, when I saw that, I was like, man, I wonder what Aldon Smith is doing these days. How is Aldon? He probably has some reps left into him. So we'll see. I'm interested to see how Aldon Smith looks. Not playing in 4 years or whatever. But what I'm saying is there's so much emphasis on a pass rusher. There's so much emphasis on a pass rusher in the NFL that there's no way they're going to let Chasen just keep falling when Chasen supposedly has skills of an Aldon Smith that was very, 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 very special. After Xavier McKinney, we have Ashton Davis of Cal. Now, this guy is fast. He's a former track star. The only thing about him, he's not a box safety. So he falls into the same category as what Grant Delpit does and being a free safety. And then we have HaHa as a free safety and what to do. And the thing about Ashton Davis, I think he might be below average, or he might be a stud like an Eric Weddle or the Troy Pomalamo, those guys that are all over the field, just like their motors just don't stop running, because that's what he's like. So that's why I say he might be below average or good, because if he's that fast and he overruns plays and he's out of position all the time, then he's going to be below average. Like, get that dude out of here. He can't control himself. And then, if he has the instincts to get places and if he's nailing people and catching balls and stuff like that, then he's the Palomalo type. Next is a really different guy. His name is Kyle Duggar from Lenoir-Rhyne. You don't know what Lenoir-Rhyne is. It's in North Carolina, in my neck of the woods. And actually, one of his highlights was in my hometown of Gaffney, South Carolina versus Limestone College, when he ran back a touchdown. He's a football player. But he played some subpar talents. One scout said looking at his highlight is like looking at high school film. He was just like a man among boys. And he laid a wood on you. He ran back several kicks for touchdowns. He caught several interceptions. He runs a 4.4. The guy is he's amazing. You just don't know what you got. And that's the difference between Xavier McKinney and Kyle Duggar. Xavier McKinney, you know what you have. You know what you have, and it's worth that first round pick to go get it and go home and sleep well at night. Kyle Duggar, we will be just on pins and needles until we see that guy in training camp, because we don't know what this guy can do for us or whatever. But I like him. I suggest you go look at his tape. Kyle Duggar, Dugger, Kyle Duggar. And the last two, Geno Stone. Geno's nice. He's another hitting free safety. He seems a lot like Woods to me, and it's hard to see us using him. And the last guy on my list is one of my favorites. He's above Geno and probably above Kyle Duggar in my list or whatnot. But Antonio Wingfield Jr. The tape on that guy, you see a mini honey badger. You know, the type of safety that just is messing everything up, always coming underneath for the hit or coming underneath for breaking up the ball, coming up underneath for the interception and things of that sort. And the smarts that this guy has from his dad and all that kind of stuff, you can just imagine. He's everything in a little bitty package, because he's only 5'9". That's his only real knock. But he's somebody that we can get in the second round. So Duggar is a second rounder. Wingfield's a second rounder. McKinney and Delpit and Simmons, we'd have to go up for Simmons. I mean, there's no chance Simmons fall past 8, 7. If he falls to 7 or 8, that's kind of crazy itself. All right, guys, that's it. Tomorrow night I'm gonna work on our work on the cornerbacks and see if there's any cornerbacks for us. It's a very weak draft, and I'm very worried after that top cornerback from Ohio State. Get real worried after that. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow night. I look, man, I just feel myself getting stronger with this draft. Getting stronger, learning all the players, getting all the information. And 3 weeks we'll have it. All right, guys, I'll holler at you. Peace out.